folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. I'm with Stanley, the dirt monkey.
Hi, guys.
We're up here in Minnesota, and we're gonna be crushing a trailer. It's gonna be fun. Check this out.
I ain't afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life. Times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
So guys, this is a bed for a cargo trailer. Virtually indestructible. All back in here are trailers that are pre-made, ready to be assembled. Right here, these trailers come on an aluminum frame. They're also back here behind us. We'll get a better look at those here in just a second. So the design of this trailer, there's one back here on this truck, we'll show you guys here in just a second. Their claim to fame is that these things are just tough as nails and they'll just pop right back out. Totally crushed. So this is a liner for the trailer. This is the bottom of the bed of the trailer right here. There we go. Basically, this guy's just pops right back in. Fix it, Stan. If there's ever anybody that's wide open in this world, guys gotta check out Stan's channel. Dude, you got enough butt for that, bud?
Peer pressure, I got Don double fisting it.
Get it, son. That's the trailer bed.
She's back to life.
So what this looks like, guys, we'll just walk you over here and show you what the trailer looks like. This is Flow Trailers. Again, we're up here in Minnesota. You know, a lot of people haul around snow machines and stuff like that, side-by-side stuff like that, mowers, anything and everything you can think of. This is the way the trailer actually looks here. And what we just mashed on was the bed. Now you can see the same material here is in the fenders. Very nice, just a high quality, well-built machine, well-built trailer. Nice aluminum welded trailer. Got tie downs in right here. And this is what we just crushed. So, man, you guys can just see how robust it is. It's a UV tolerant polymer plastic, is that right? What kind of talk to me?
It's a virgin polyethylene polymer.
Okay, yeah. Virgin polyethylene polymer. And this is?
I'm Don.
Don?
When we came out with Cargo Max about 15 years ago, one of the biggest questions was always, because people, they look at it, they think they see plastic, right? Well, it kind of is, but
yeah.
So there was all kinds of durability questions. People would say it probably won't survive. I don't think it can survive the winter. It's going to crack. So we started doing all kinds of durability, kind of abusive destruction tests.
Yeah.
And that's always done well. We've pretty much, you know, got past people's concern. Well, Stan saw it a while back, and he wanted to take that test to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And I would think everything has a breaking point, right? So when you said that, I was like, all right, we can try it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that thing's 20-some thousand pounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought, well, we probably will find the breaking point. And so we did that before. Now we just did it again, and you know, that polymer is just so durable.
Bounces right back, huh?
Can you imagine running over a metal trailer?
No, you can't do that. Yeah.
Can you tell Josh in his channel the story about the tree falling on that trailer real quick, maybe in like a minute or less?
Yeah. So that was a customer back probably 15 years ago. Bought our original Cargo Max. Had a tornado come through their farm in Wisconsin.
Gotcha.
It was a big popple tree fell across a kind of kitty corner, smashed the corner right flat.
Right.
And so the adjuster said, yeah, it's obviously totaled, and they had a lot of damage. They were cleaning up. They chainsawed the tree off and went in. And she said they put it behind the barn, if I remember right. Went in, came out a day or two later, in the corner. The whole trailer was back. She
didn't-
thought somebody replaced it.
It had just popped right back to where it was, huh?
Because of the memory of that
Yeah.
polyethylene, it wants to go back to the set it took in the mold.
Nice, nice.
Is there any chance we could just pop in and check out, because you guys got the world's largest forming machine,
Yeah.
that we could show these Josh's audience that forming machine, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's running today, but we can go take a look at it. And
Yeah.
our other thermoforming machine that does the fenders, I believe, is running today.
Cool.
And this
Is
is an aluminum frame.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
All aluminum frame,
Yep.
polymer bed.
Super,
There's really
super
no
light.
trailer like it. It's very unique. I've been working for a trailer company for 26 years. We've done all kinds of trailers.
Yeah,
Obviously, I could be a little biased, but by far my favorite trailer.
awesome.
I mean, I actually bought a new one yesterday.
Yeah?
I get a new one about every 9 months. This is my new one.
Oh, sweet.
And then I sell it. I just keep it fresh for, promoting and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Nice.
And one of the things too that Don hasn't mentioned that your audience may, some of the technology that they developed for these trailers actually went over into their docks. And I know we were sitting out, this conversation started when we were sitting on my dock, and you're like,
Dude, look at this dock.
look
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
dock. And I'm like, dude, the coolest thing is this is tried and true, brand new technology, but they've been using it in a completely different industry. And the docks now have this wild thing where they got a rail system around it, and you can move stuff anywhere on the dock. Bumpers, tables, chairs, anything all the way around it. And you can take your standard dock and you can reconfigure it into any configuration you want. It's a completely modular, it's a freaking amazing system.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
I
these
saw it
guys
last night.
have, and they use the trailer technology to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
The days of the wooden deck trailer are behind us. I don't know. So what do we do for non-skid? So say, I mean, I see it's kind of ribbed, I guess. Tell me about,
Yeah, so I can show you the molding process. This is a flat sheet of polyethylene.
Yeah,
when we get
yeah.
it. And then it goes into a mold, an aluminum mold that's plumbed, so it's heated up. It goes in, and when this polymer is in there, the vacuum hits it, and it pulls these ribs into it. And the ribs, in addition to the aluminum frame, they give it a lot of rigidity and strength. So you kind of get your strength and your structural integrity of the trailer two ways.
yeah.
By
nice.
using the plastic to its advantage, or the polymer and the aluminum.
And the ribs, yeah. And I see you've got stainless
D-rings. Yep.
D-rings, yeah. Awesome.
That's what bolts the trailer body to the frame. Those go through into
Gotcha.
the frame with rib nuts.
Nice.
And so you're holding onto the frame when you're tying down to those.
So you're not tying your equipment to a polyethylene plastic. You're tying directly to the frame with your D-rings right here. So this is an aluminum trailer that they make here at Flow also. Very, very
But
cool.
Show them the side rails. I mean, these guys your audience might like this. Before you loosen them up, Don,
Yeah.
jiggle that son of a duck right there.
Yeah.
That's the ramp.
Oh, it's stout. Yeah,
No
yeah.
jiggling.
Because this is a popular option where people want the side loading ramp on the front. Obviously, it's got a back loading ramp. But when we were looking at all the other ones on the market, they're really loud and clangy, and they're
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
embarrassing
yeah.
to drive around. So if we have to solve this, we use these quick little expansions,
Yeah, kind of like a boat plug.
like a bolt plug.
Yep.
Those go in, like if it didn't have it, we'd have
Yeah.
a similar problem to the competition, right?
Gotcha.
And you get two of them rattling. Right up at the same time. So these just hook on, and there's one on the other side. So now we can
That's
put
your
a
ramp.
ATV on the side
Nice.
and up the back.
Ultimate light trailer. Super light trailer. Good for a half-ton truck to pull too, I'm assuming. Very, very nice for
Another
a
just
half-ton
small
truck.
thing that
Yeah.
people don't always think of, the side steps.
Yeah.
A lot of these utility trailers don't have them.
No, they just have a little angled piece of a gusset right there,
When you're
right?
doing side-by-sides, which is kind of the thing everyone's doing nowadays, that's where you load and unload, is you want to go right off the side. And it seems so simple and like a no-brainer, but it's amazing how most of them don't have a simple side, rigid side step like that.
Awesome.
This is the magic that keeps the ramp from jiggling right here.
How many times have you been boating and forgot to do that with your boat, dropping it in the water? I've done it before. I'm like, whoa, 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 we're going
Once
down.
that I can really remember,
Yeah.
my wife was with me and I said,
Get the plug, get the plug.
Heidi, and I didn't say it. She goes, sinking? And I said, I didn't say that.
Let's go inside and check the place out.
Okay, so this is a thermoforming machine that we make the fenders on for the Cargo Max. And you can see that they're doing the final work on a fender after it was molded. This is considered a big thermoforming machine.
Okay.
But I'll show you the absolute monster in a minute here that does the body.
Gotcha.
So this thing is it goes in 3 cycles. It's a rotary. You can see the mold in the back right there coming down. That's the oven. So each of those 3 is a pair of fenders. So now they'll cut them out and make sure they're trimmed properly so that they can go on the trailer.
Guys, this is kind of rough and tumble. We're just running through this real quick. We may come back in and do a full detailed video at some point, but this is the plastic sheeting that comes through, the polymer sheeting. Goes through. This is the world's largest vacuum thermoformer.
This thing's running. There's 3 things happening at the same time. Loading, unloading. And then there's always one in the oven, which is this big part right in here. And that oven has 2,080 14-inch heated ceramic elements that heat the plastic up. Okay. When it comes out of the oven, it's drooping about 4 or 5 feet. That's how hot it is. And then it comes into this mold. These plungers come down, and the cooling shuts out. It starts to cool the thing down as soon as the part goes in there so that it can take a set. And then this is also plumbed for air, so it hits vacuum. You can see all this air storage. The vacuum hits, and that's how all those ridges get pulled in tight.
Cool.
Okay? And then it just goes over there and unloads, and we actually have a robotic trimming station.
It trims off the edge.
Post-forming processes.
So guys, this is the mold setup right here. This is for a smaller trailer, bigger trailer, bigger trailer. There are 4 different size molds. You can see they just get pressed down in here, press fits, and builds the bed of that trailer.
When the molded part comes out, they're pretty hot still. So there's all these different cooling fixtures. We just place them in these fixtures to cool down a bit. And you can see when you mold, you have to have excess, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So it's not quite done yet. So then when they get cooled down, they go into this robotic cell.
And that trims off all
These
this.
2 robots do all the holes, do all the trimming, and turns it into that, which is at the end.
So we go from this, guys. This has to be trimmed off, obviously, in order to mold this out. We go from this all the way over to this machine, which cuts it all out. They're not in production with that right now today. We'll cruise on over here, and this is our finished product. You can see all that trimming has been done, holes punched in, ready to rock and roll here. And again, a non-skid bed surface right here. So lifetime bed for your trailer. So a guy never has to worry about replacing boards on his trailer again. That's the deal. So, what's the weight capacity on one of these trailers?
Well, there's different sizes. The 857, which is an 8-foot model, has about an 1,800 pound capacity.
Gotcha.
This is a 13-foot tandem trailer is the team. We make this one in a single and a tandem. And you'd have to look at the exact spec, but it's probably 4,500 pounds of capacity.
Gotcha.
It's got 2,000 to 3,000 pound axles on it.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So you're not putting a skid loader on this, but you can put 2 or 3 4-wheelers on here, snow machines, all
Big
sorts of
UTVs.
Yeah, huge UTVs, stuff like that. So I think a Honda Pioneer would look really nice right there. Back of that trailer, pulling into the Stoney Ridge farm. With this guy delivering it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll be there.
So we're in the dock department here. So this is what we're looking at for the Stoney Ridge farm. Now we've got 3 ponds on the property, 2 more large ponds, and we're talking the largest one on the farm now is about 2.5 acres, and the largest one we will have is going to be about 5.5 acres. So what we're looking at is getting a good dock system in place on the farm versus going out like a country boy and getting a couple old barrels. And you know, I've got the guy at the boat store right now saving me big blue barrels to build my own dock. But man, this thing is super impressive right here, guys. Check it out.
We make a few styles of dock: roll-in, sectional, and floating, basically. Down where you're at down there, you probably wouldn't do a roll-in dock because you don't take it in and out every year. You don't freeze up, I don't think, do you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of the upper Midwest and the Northeast, they want to take the dock out every year, so they get the roll-in style. This is a sectional. Might be something that could work for you, depending. You might do floating too. But we do this in several different sizes. They're modular. You can take these sections, make it as long as you want. Any split system, sun deck system. I mean, it's just completely modular, so you can lay it out however you want. And then we have what we call an easy level system. There'll be a leg underneath every cat.
Yep.
And then when you want to level the dock out or get it, raise or lower the height, you can just come in with an 1 1/8" socket and raise or lower it. So you don't have to lift and set bolts and stuff like that. So
Nice. This
pretty
is a
high tech.
really high quality material here too. What is this deck material?
Yeah, the whole thing's made out of aluminum. So the side is extruded aluminum, so is the deck. And we have a very fancy paint job on it that we named it Alumigrain.
Yeah.
It's basically a powder coat, and then they put a wood template, another powder coat on it, bake it through.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sophisticated paint job, but we sell a lot of it on our dock.
Nice.
So this is just aluminum that runs through an extruding machine, kind of like think about how Play-Doh is made, but with a mini hydraulic ton, press. Pushes that metal through. It puts the serrations in it, so you got a little bit of traction. And then we put this paint job finish to it, and they slide together, so you can make a dock 5 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet, whatever width you want with these. And this is what turns out to be the decking on it. These ribs make it structural and strong. They also help it cool down fast because aluminum's a great conductor. But
never rust, never rot, never. I mean, there's nothing. Do these fade sometimes? It's a powder coat, so no fade.
You can't even notice a fade.
Gotcha. And this is the older.
Same thing. We call this knotty pine.
Okay.
Did it for probably 15 years, and we're right now switching over to the new chestnut finish. We'll continue to make this for people that want to add on to their system, but this will be the standard.
This is a floating one out here. That's what we'll be looking at for the farm. Like you said, in Minnesota, people take their docks out of the water because it freezes like 4 feet deep, right?
Yeah.
And we might get a layer of ice that big.
So you have a lot of water fluctuation, or is it deep?
No, it stays about the same.
So you could do a freestanding sectional with pads if you wanted to.
Nice.
Or you could do a floating. If it was me, I'd do a sectional. But
Yeah.
you could do either, I think would work.
Cool. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to show you something really cool. While we're up here in Minnesota, we're driving by this factory and we thought, man, let's stop by Flow, see what they do, and show you guys how these trailers are made. So really, really cool. Maybe sometime soon we'll do a full-on Made in America series video here and go from point A to point B. Awesome. From A to Z, I guess, right? Guys, take care. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm.
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
You got enough butt for that, bud? That's the trailer bed.
She's back to life.